ski bum is somebody that likes to do nothing but ski and orientates his life towards just doing just that.
I think a ski bum is someone that wears strange clothes when they're skiing, maybe not the best equipment, and they just love to ski. Nothing else matters.
Well, I think everybody was a ski bum at one point or another. That's the kind of a person that probably moves out to the west to go to the places that they see in the movies. They're a little wild at times, do a lot of crazy stuff, and he's generally a person that's going to be here for maybe a couple of years and then go back to school or go back to his real job or whatever.
Most professionals bristle when they're called a ski bum because there's quite a bit of difference, even though both love skiing. The ski bum just skis while a professional has specific goals in mind when they're out on the slope or when they're sitting at home thinking about what they should be doing the next day.
A lot of people think ski professionals are ski bums, but they're really not. Ski bum is someone who goes off skiing, can ski every day. He can kind of do what he wants to do. His time isn't committed to a certain place and certain thing as much as someone in a regular job or a ski professional.
There's two kinds of ski bums. There's a short-term ski bum, there's a long-term ski bum. Short-term is a person that comes to the ski area a year, maybe 2 years at the most. The long-term ski bum stays 5 to 6 years and probably doesn't work at the ski area during the day, but probably has a night job. Works restaurants, bars, cleaning, whatever he can to be able to ski all day, every day.
I think you see a mixture of everything out there. I mean, some of them are your trust fund babies, and some of them are people that are washing dishes to support their habit of skiing.
A ski bum is a person who gets to catch all the fresh snow, all the powder days, all the sunny days, all the good skiing. They don't have to take a break, go off to work because they have a job, any job, as long as it is something that doesn't interfere with their day of skiing.
A lot of people seem to think that the ski professionals make their living just clowning around. I tend to think that we work at it and we take our clowning around seriously.
I wouldn't consider myself ever being a ski bum. I think I started out, I was maybe a young professional. I went to school. I worked at a ski area when I was going to school. After I got out of school, I was employed by Keystone. That's where I've been ever since. I don't think I'm a ski bum because I'm the guy rolling up the snow fences when there's 12 feet of powder and everyone else is skiing by. We're the guys that are opening up the runs so the rest of the crowd can enjoy them. If we have to work 6 days a week, 7 days a week, we'll work 6 or 7 days a week. There's something in it when you can get a run open, and I think I have a lot of pride in it, getting as much terrain open as you can for everyone else to enjoy.
Ski professional is probably a glorified ski bum that has been around the ski areas a lot longer, has taken it more to heart, and looks at it more as a business and an industry than a pleasure. Probably not from a direct evolution of a ski bum. I had a goal of working on the ski patrol at a major ski area in the Rockies. So I started at Keystone as a ski patrolman, moved out from Minnesota, and eventually more and more opportunity arose, and moving up through the system to the mountain manager to Arapahoe Basin. As far as being the glamorized, top-of-the-line ski bum, I do get a lot of questions, and it seems like a lot of people are envious. I think the response is that it's become a job. It has ups and downs just like any other job. And there's certain times of the year when I sit and wish that I was sitting in some office in a big city. But there's other times of the year when it's snowing and the place is white and clean and it snows deep that you know you got it made.
You don't have to be a World Cup athlete to make a living as a professional skier. There's all sorts of choices you can be making that would enhance you as a professional ski instructor. And if you talk to a lot of them, you'll find that when they got into the business, they had a time schedule just like any yuppie would that had a life schedule for their career. Working in their day-to-day life, they're making career choices. Do I need to start racing more? Do I need to teach in another country, get different certifications? They also train every day to stay physically fit, just like a professional athlete.
We in the business have sort of a running joke about, I'm going to go out and get a real job, or so-and-so's left teaching skiing and gotten a real job. And we kind of joke about the same thing, but really we all have a real job. Obviously we have a great time out here. We're outside, we're meeting great people. But, you know, there's days you don't want to be at work, just like there's days everyone doesn't want to be at their job. But you go anyway because it's a job, it's a real job.
In Colorado now, I get about a 7-month season. I have a 2-month break, and then I head down to New Zealand. And the nice thing about going to New Zealand, everyone wonders why, well, how can you give up your summer? But New Zealand, you really get the best of both worlds. You get Colorado-type powder because you're skiing way up on top of the mountains. But because of the ocean, the climate gets quite modified, and you get back down to town, it's 55 degrees. You can go boating on the lakes. It's wonderful. The air is mild. It's 55 degrees. You can go play golf. And after the sun goes down, you just put a light sweatshirt on or something like that, and you can walk from bar to bar in total comfort and just have a really good time and not have to worry about driving on the wrong side of the road.
One of the neatest things I think about skiing is whether you're out there working or just free skiing for yourself, is meet up with other people so easily. A couple times this happened to me that I was skiing here in Colorado and someone's passing by that I've skied with down in New Zealand. One thing about skiing, that you have that common bond. You've done the same thing together, you've shared the same experience, you know how it feels to be out there, whether it's cold or sunny, beautiful day, whatever the situation may be, but you've done something together, you shared that, and down the road, that's turned around for me and given me some great experiences that I've been able to use within the ski industry and with other jobs that I've had. It's great.
I think the most fun ski day starts off the sun coming up, maybe one or two people with you, and you're riding up the lift and you get to the top of the mountain, and while you're deciding what to do, you bump into 3 or 4 more people, and pretty soon you've got a dozen people all egging each other on. Well, I'm going to jump off this part of the cornice, or no, I'm going to jump a little farther down off this part. And pretty soon everybody's going crazy and trying to outdo each other and laughing themselves silly, and next thing you know, it's 4 o'clock and everybody's complaining because the lifts are closing, and you just feel like you've just started having fun. One of the really nice things about living in the mountains is once or twice during the ski season, the weather gets just right, and you know it's going to be a full moon tonight, and you know that the snow was piling up just right on one of the passes up on the divide. So you call up all your friends and you get your gear on and you go skiing at night. It's one of the most wonderful feelings you can imagine, skiing nice snow by moonlight.
everyone that skis does not see the entire gamut of your job. All they see are the glamorous heli-ski guy in the movie skiing waist-deep powder. Well, it's not all quite that simple. Being a helicopter ski guide is just the next step up a ladder, I guess, in the ski world. I think it combines a little bit more of all the other different jobs in the ski business, such as ski school, ski patrol, ski area management, all that kind of thing, and put that into helicopter ski guide. Heli-skiing isn't just skiing. It's, in fact, a lot of people have told me that in their experience that skiing was really almost a minimal part of their fun for the day. It includes the helicopter flight, going to places they've never been before. And every time you see something like a mountain goat, it's quite an experience for everybody. The season heli-skiing is short, and it makes it tougher to become a professional when your season is actually only, say, 3 to 4 months max long, where there's actually revenue coming in. That's why some of us choose to go to the southern hemisphere, where it's winter again in our summer, and work for another 3 or 4 months. I usually have a month on each end of my season, and on each end of that season we generally feel like we need to get into the summer someplace, so we do things like go down some river in the Canyonlands, and in our travels from Colorado to New Zealand we go through a few of the South Pacific islands and lay on the beach for a while. So we try to get some intensive summer in between our winters.
I teach at the Remarkable Ski Area, and I have to stay, pretty close to the ski instructor, sort of supervising me and stuff. I just copy what the other ski instructors are doing, but I first of all just sort of get to know the person and see how they're going to be able to ski. See, there's different things, like there's different games you can play with them, depending on the level. And first of all, you can start off, if they're not very good at all, you can start off with them between your legs, and then you can sort of let them go, and they might crash a bit, but then that's good for them. You feel kind of proud because you start out with this child that's never skied before, and at the end of the day, sometimes you can have them following you down the slope, just skiing right behind you, and you feel so good about it. I don't think I'm a ski professional yet. I might be a ski professional for a kid, but I'm not a ski professional for an adult.
have never really been a ski bum, perhaps a mountaineering bum, and in order to pay for that, I became a mountaineering instructor and into the mountaineering game from that angle, and then got into skiing as a mountaineer. There was a guy at Mount Cook, and he got interested in airplanes, and his interest in airplanes led him to design a pair of wooden skis to fit on an old Oster. And about 1957, he landed his Oster aircraft on the Tasman Glacier and made the first ski-equipped landing up there. By the late 60s, quite a few people were wanting to go and ski on the glacier. And then in 1972, at Alpine Guides, we decided that this should be an extension of our mountain experiences that we're offering people. And besides, it gave us something to do in the winter. We said, well, we'll go and guide these people on the glacier in association with Harry Wigley's outfit, which by now had become Mount Cook Airlines. The Tasman Glacier is a fast-moving valley glacier, moves up to 18 inches a day. It's 18 miles long, 2,000 feet thick, and up to 1.5 miles across. So it's a pretty big glacier by anyone's standards. We ski on the upper part of the Tasman Glacier, the top 7 miles. If you want to ski further down, you can, but then you're faced with a long walk out across moraines and very rigorous country. It becomes more of a ski tour. The Tasman's a very special place for me because I spent 12 years skiing on it. But it's a very special place to almost everybody that skis up there. There are few places in the world that are more spectacular and more wild, more beautiful to ski than up on the Tasman Glacier. People don't go there just for an exciting skiing experience. They go there to experience a high mountain glacier, which is relatively accessible by the use of these ski planes. People tend to be envious of the professional skier, thinking that he's having fun all the time and forgetting that he actually has to make standard of living sacrifices in order to survive and even do it at all. Many ski professionals, in fact probably most ski professionals, are pretty well educated, and it's partly through that education that they realize that their lifestyle is important to them, and as a result of their earlier education they really appreciate the lifestyle they've set up for themselves as a professional skier.